Hello again, everyone. Dr. Anthony Caliendo here. There's some information I've been really wanting to get out to you guys. And I started with a question. Question being, why is it when the flu is around, in one household, you could have a husband and wife, husband has the flu and the wife doesn't, right? Why doesn't everyone get sick if the flu is out there? Same thing in a school, same thing on a workbench. Not everybody gets sick. So why is that? And it has to do with resistance. Some people's immune systems are stronger than others. This is certainly a big part of the reason why. But the next question is, why would someone's immune system be stronger than someone else's? And this goes back to what we were talking about as far as, what science tells us about the connection between the nervous system and the immune system. And when your nervous system is in what we call a stress response, or fight or flight, that's associated with an increased sympathetic nervous system tone, which is associated with a decrease in your immune function. Now, when we talk about this fight or flight, we have to discuss briefly this concept of, I'm going to make it very simple, higher brain and lower brain. So when you put your hand on a hot stove, you pull it off really quickly. It's an automatic, unconscious, involuntary behavior. That's all from your lower brain. That's about survival and fear. When we go into fight or flight or a stress response, it's our lower brain that is kicking in and it puts us on autopilot. The higher brain is responsible for things like life choices, community, how can I save humanity, all these things you don't care about when someone's chasing you down the street with a club, right? So when you're in fight or flight or stress, your lower brain is being activated. This leads me up and into what I wanted to discuss today, and that is an exercise you can take home with you. I want to give you this exercise because it's an exercise that will get you to go from stress, fight or flight, high tension, lower brain activation, to more relaxed state, better immune function. And it's called SRI, Somato-Respiratory Integration. Somato just means body. Respiratory means breath integration. Dr. Donald Epstein, my good friend and mentor, has developed these, and they are a powerful take-home tool. And it's very simple. It has to do with breath, focused attention, movement, okay? And one hand over the other. There are 3 positions. We're going to start on position 1, which is just under the throat. On the chest, you would breathe in your nose and out your mouth into that position. As you breathe in your nose, you're lifting the part of your chest that your hand is touching, moving nothing else. Notice when you do that, you have to use the higher brain. Just a little note. Second position is where the ribs meet, just under the sternum, same thing. Palm flat, breathe in your nose, out your mouth, only lifting and moving and focusing on that spot, nothing else. The third position is right on the belly button, same thing, in the nose, out the mouth. And what you do is that's a scan. That's the first thing we do. 1 or 2 breaths in each of the 3 positions. Determine which one was the easiest for you to breathe into, move, focus on, isolate, and also which one was the most difficult for you to focus on, breathe into, and isolate. And the way we do it is we start on the area that was easiest. So let's say the top area was the easiest for me. I would go there and take 2 or 3 breaths, focused attention, because the focused attention is associated with your higher brain. 2 or 3 breaths, then go to the most difficult area. Let's say it was my second position. And focus there and just take 2 breaths there. And with each breath, try to really focus your attention, move, touch, breath, bring your energy there, lift it, and then out and sink it all the way down. And you get off after 2 breaths. Then go back to the easy area. Always begin and end on the easy area. Because the easy area has more connections with the higher brain. The difficult area, you've just identified an area that's locking the body into this stress or fight or flight. Now, by you doing this exercise, you will bypass, you will override these lower brain automatic reflexes that are keeping us in this stress response. This is associated with anxiety, all of your automatic unconscious behaviors, disease patterns. I just got today an email from the journal, I think Neuropharmacology journal, and it talks about how accessing the prefrontal cortex of the higher brain to override the amygdala or the lower brain in anxiety patients. So I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to take 1 minute and show this to you now. Lie on your back, relax, breathe in your nose, out the mouth. 1 or 2 breaths here, then the second position. Then the third. Has to be focused attention. This was the easiest. I'll go to this first. This was most difficult. No more than 2 breaths here before you go back to the easy one. You could do that once or twice. You could do it for 20 minutes. You could do it for 1 minute. Always start and end on the easy area. And that's the SRI exercises. Hope that helps. See you next month.